Hey, Shalom, I want to start for souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Al-Shah, Hashem, Kodash, that belongs to the apostles of GMS, and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. It's a quick one. I was with a brother the other day. It was basically, was looking at some of the Rodney King footage, and, we came across this video. It's on CNN. It says Rodney King remembers the LA riots. And in this, he says, one of the most coon things, man. He's like, I'm happy that basically he got beat in America, because he's like, if I had been beaten in any other country, he would have been all right. Sorry, he might have been dead, or he or he his story would have never been known, right? But then he said, but I'm happy it happened to me in America, because now I've written a book and all of that sort of shit, right? So basically, because he got paid out, what was it, $3.8 million back then? Sure, when we looked it up, it's around about 7 million today, right? And that's just the payout, whatever, what have you, right? He thinks everything's okay, and that just goes to show our people, man. Our people are happy taking that consolation from Esau, right? This is Rodney Glenn King, 65 to 2012, right? This was on March 3, 91. King was violently beaten by LAPD officers. Right now, we ain't here to justify them devils or anything, man. Them devils are devils, and they gon' pay. Right? They gon' pay for what they've done, right? It says the four officers were tried on charges of use of excessive force. 3 were acquitted. The jury failed to reach a verdict on 1 charge for the 4th. Right? It says, and within hours of the acquittals, the riots started, and the riots became racial, man. Right? They became racial. The Korean community was getting it, right? But this is scripture. Now, this is Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. Right? So a wise man is just pissed. Right? Just looking at and hearing some of the things that, that statement that he made. He was like, yo, is that how, Esau pacifies Jake? Is that how easy it is? Just give him $1 million, right? A couple $1 million, and then they're all right, right? And that's part of the oppression, man. Right? It says, and the gift destroyeth the heart, right? So the gift destroys the heart, and that Jake's his heart's been destroyed, and the word heart, is love, which means mind, right? Basically, he's been bribed into submission, right? But once again, that is our people. Our people are satisfied, with financial what's the word I'm looking for? Satan. So everyone's using this word right now as well. Reparations, right? But that's not what the Lord has promised. The Lord has promised blood, right? And there's several scriptures on that, right? Was this was it 35, 33? Was it 33, 35? I can't think at the moment. It spells blood, land, cleanse. Numbers 35, 33. It's a lot. Right, it says, so shall ye not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. Right, and America's got a whole load of blood on that land, whether it be of the natives, whether it be of the southern kingdom, right, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, right, that was stolen and taken to that land, right? It's got a lot of blood on that land, right? All of the people that have been killed. It says, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it, right? So basically, you can keep your money, right? You can keep it. Why? Because it ain't good enough. right? You ain't going to destroy our hearts, man. You ain't going to destroy the Lord's heart. You can't give the gift to the Lord. The Lord gave you everything that you got, right? So you just going to have to meet the judgment that is set, right? And that is your blood. This is Genesis 9:6. It says, "Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For the image of for in the image of the Most High made he man." Right. So once again, Esau's been going around killing Jake for however long. Right. He ain't just gonna get away with that scot free. Right. The Lord's gonna deal with him. Right. As a nation. They like to play the whole innocent. Like, you ain't innocent, man. You're you're the Lord's sword. When the Lord no longer needs a sword, he going to take you out of the game. Ezekiel 35:5 says, "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred," right? He has hated on Israel since the beginning, man. Right? Hey, what did he say to in his head regarding Jacob? Right? He said, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Right? But then will I go and slay my brother Jacob. And he's been slaying Israel, and now now we're coming near the end, and he's gonna want to really come down and slay all Israel, right? But Lord's in control of this movie. Esau ain't gonna get far up. Well, he gonna kill a lot of Jakes, right? But the elect, right, those deemed for salvation, right, they gonna make it out. Once again, the scripture says Israel is as the sand of the sea, Hosea 1:10, right? Meaning that to kill Israel, you got a heavy task, but that's what he's doing. For instance, you read Jeremiah 31, right? It speaks about, was it Jeremiah 31, maybe from the 30th verse, I think it is, or Jeremiah 30 from the 30th verse. Right, basically says if you can measure the heavens, right, so the stars and whatnot, or if you can measure the waters, I think it says the waters, right, then the Most High will do away with Israel. So what's Esau been doing? What's he been doing? Right, he's been trying to measure the heavens. He's been trying to measure the depths of the sea. But the Lord just keeps mocking him, because they keep saying, even his own scientists say, right, the universe is expanding, right? That's what he's having to come out and say, because the Lord's mocking him, right? If that is true, right? It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Right, so Lord has got a lot of blood trailing Esau, right? Meaning that they gonna have to repay, and Esau's gonna know death. Esau's gonna know punishment, right, in the world to come, right? So if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Yeah, so you had no problem, friends. You have no problem dropping bombs on Afghanistan, killing babies, right? Babies, in 50 different pieces, right? Because you've done all of those things, the Lord's gonna pay you back accordingly, right? So Isaiah 31:1 says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help." Back on Rodney King, right? It says, "And stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek it out." Yeah, because they've made Esau, their God, really. Right? They believe in him. Right? They believe he's the only one that can make it right. But these times, we know in the scriptures, right, it's our power, right? The God of the Bible, right? He's the one with power to make things right. Not saying that, whatever have you, you're in a position where you can, what would you call it? Like if you're in a car crash or whatever. I'm not saying you can't get that insurance payout. I'm not saying that at all. But even when you get it, we know what the scriptures say. Haggai 1:6. You shall put it into a bag with holes. You know that money gonna go. Right? What else? We still know ultimately that this kingdom gonna get taken out. Right? So whenever we do anything, we put our faith in the Lord, that the Lord's going to deliver us out of certain situations. Right? And the biggest situation right now is we still in this captivity. Right? Scripture says we are yet this day in our captivity. Was that Baruch? So therefore in 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I also will reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Right, our people are destroyed, which is once again why they'll say, make a statement like he made. Right? Now our people are destroyed. Right? They don't know who they really are. Scriptures also say we shall discontinue from our heritage. This is Zechariah 2:8. Right? This is one of the things they don't know. This is part of the lack of their knowledge. Right? It says, for thus saith Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. Right? So we've been spoiled as a nation. Right? But what is written here? It says, for he that toucheth you, toucheth the apple of his eye. Right? So we're the apple of the Lord's eye. And although he's pissed, right, which it says in Isaiah 14, right? In fact, let me grab it. For 14:1 says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. And so the Lord ultimately will have mercy, right? And because when you look at it technically, Yahweh Shai, whom the world English calls Jesus Christ, although he died for the elect of Israel, right, on this time around, pursuant to Romans, ultimately he died for us so that all Israel could be saved, right? And set them in their own land, and the strangers, Israelite foreigners, shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right? So when it says there, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye, right? Ultimately, although the Lord's pissed with Israel, but we're still his chosen people, and these heathens have had their way with us, right? So the Lord's going to recompense them, right? The Lord's going to give them back, everything that they've done. Right, as we say here, see here, Zephaniah 3:8, right? Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, till the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, right, that I may assemble, right? Determination there is Shabbat, if I'm remembering correctly. Mashapat, right, a verdict, right, basically a judgment. So the Lord's judgment is to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, right? It says, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right, so all we gotta do, we gotta wait, suffer this man's kingdom for a little yet longer, right? And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's gonna rise up to these heathens and destroy them. Right, obviously, not all of them, because we need slaves in the kingdom, right? Not destroyed forever. The only heathens are going to be destroyed forever are these Edomites, right? These so-called white people, right? Because they've had a tab that's been running since Cain, right? If you can receive it, right? So yeah, the Lord's gonna give us power over these heathens. We gonna crush these heathens, right? And then they're gonna be in the kingdom for 1,000 years in abject slavery, right? Onto slavery, right? But then when the Lord, sorry, when 1,000 years is fulfilled, the Edomites gonna be burnt away forever, pursuant to Obadiah 1:18, right? And the heathen nations, they're gonna come out of slavery, right? They gonna still be tributes unto Israel, right? But they ain't gonna be in slavery no more, right? Yeah, if you want to say it ain't gonna be in hardcore slavery anymore, let me put it that way. Right, so as always, Lord's will, you was edified. Till the next time, Shalom.